Today is one of the most important episodes. I'm going to show you how to modernize the combat when it comes to Skyrim, and I'm going to include pretty much everything step by step. There is no way a new player can go through this and jump all of this information at once, but if you do what I'm doing step by step, and if you follow the previous episodes of my series, you will be able to pretty much get where we are. That being said, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's start slowly updating the combat and all the animations. The first mod you want to get, it's called Dynamic Animation Replacer. This is pretty much modern and it's going to help the game generate all of the animation mods. And there is an anniversary version right here, which is not the one we are going to use. Instead, we're going to use the most used one, which is for Skyrim Special Edition right here. And that should do it, and let's move to the next one. The next one is called Animation Motion Revolution. We're gonna download this one as well. It works with the previous mod and it's pretty much necessary for all of the animations to work. Again, ignore all of what you look at my screen. We're gonna take this step by step and get there. The next one we're going to get is Payload Interpreter. We're gonna go and grab that one as well. And we're getting there. There is many foundations and many small of those, so sorry for that. I was playing around with my load generation previously, could not make it work. Another mod we need to get, which I highly recommend you to grab this. It's one-click power attack, and the reason why we will get this mod is, you know how... Oh, I need the MCM helper for this. Let's go and grab this one as well, so we have no issues. Special edition. We need to get our version right here, 1.597. It has the most support. The reason we need this is pretty much going to add you a key bind for your power attacks. And you might ask why you need this. The reason why you need this is because the vanilla Skyrim has like 2 combo attacks when it comes to any weapon. If you remember or if you can think of the vanilla animations, you will understand what I'm saying. So power attack is pretty fine to use. However, with our current or the future animation mods we're going to use, our combos will have 6 and 8 combos pretty much, which means it will always feel different, it will always feel fresh, and you won't have any space or time to pretty much do power attacks, and it helps so much more with making the combat much more modern. So it is a must to get this. It's the step for the next. It is very important to take it to the next step when it comes to combat, because you will be spamming your light attacks and once in a while you will have a keybind. I'm usually using a C keybind for my power attacks. There won't be any configuration because OCPA actually has a configuration menu when you start the game, which is pretty good. It wasn't like this before. We need to go to a third party website, which is this one right here. And let me check again really quick. And we're gonna go and download few mods here, and you will see some of the differences here, but if you follow again my instructions, your combat should look amazing by the end of this video. The first thing we're going to do, if I remember correctly, we're going to go and click the requirements. I don't think I'm the correct person to describe this, but this is a very big engine mode that works scriptlessly even, if you can imagine that, given how much far we came in Skyrim modding. And it's going to pretty much turn your Skyrim look like this, as you can see from those, like, it's gonna add dynamic dodging, animations, power attacks, you see the physics, it's going to be great. There is dodging, I can keep going and talk about this. The DAR and AMR is, those two will download those, it's the dynamic animation replacer and animation motion revolution, so don't get confused. The first two, we've got them already, we have Nemesis, we've got the payload, and now we need the last ones. We're going to get this one right here, which is a new one. Never installed this one, but let's go and grab this. It's not a requirement, so let's get it and see if it works. Before anything, of course, we need to go up a little bit, and I'm sorry for this, but I haven't done this for quite a while. Let's go and download the last version right here. Drag this here to your mod manager or organizer of your choice. We're not gonna go for the Elder Souls. This is like a default animation. It pretty much sits like if you played Dark Souls 1, it gives you the same animations. We're gonna go for something much more advanced and cooler. Yeah, let's go and get the first one, Modern Combat Overhaul, and install that. There is so many mods to get later on, but for now, let's try and make at least the basics to work. I'm gonna run Nemesis very soon. Update the engine because you need all of the new mods we've put to get updated. So, Payload Interpreter, we have this. This is the AMCO that we just downloaded. It's just the bigger name. Let me check really quick for anything else. Ultimate Combat, TK Dodge. Might get on that later. I think those are the ones we have so far. Let's launch Nemesis. We're gonna get way more later on. We're gonna go and download some really cool animations, so close this. And let's get some animations work before we enter into the game. And before Elden RIm, actually, I got ahead of myself. Let's first of all get this one, which is called Scar. Scar is again going to upgrade how the combat works. Let's get combat pathing revolution on the recommended options, and there is so many of those. Let's get the behavior data injector. We're going from recommended file to recommended file, and that's how you should have to get your mods work pretty much. Let's get this one. Let's download the combat path. I'm gonna waste your time if I start explaining those, but they're just amazing. Scar, Skyrim Combat, AI Revolution, and a patcher for automatic animation patcher. I don't think we care about that too much, but I'm gonna leave it back open. We're gonna get all of those again and install them. Install a default animation pack. Install the patch animation combat pathing revolution. The next thing we're going to get is dodge for the ultimate combat, and that's gonna be easy to use. First of all, let's go to the requirements really quick. We have Nemesis, IFrame Generator. And then let's go and grab this one as well. First of all, IFrame Generator, go and install this as it is. And once we install it, we will go again back to Vortex, and we're going to we'll pick the dodge one, the mod we've got, and I'm going to put that, oops, sorry for that. I'm gonna put that over here. Okay, let's go on top of everything and install this one as well, which is really nice. And now we're going to launch Nemesis, see if everything works in game and nothing crashes, and then we're gonna go and install more animation mods just to see if things are working correctly, because we have so many mods. It kinda gets out of hand. Just never install that many mods at once. Click Nemesis, update the engine, and try to click on the new ones we've added. Dodge Modern, this long name, click on that as well, and let's try and launch our game. And before that, okay, let's wait for the Nemesis to finish off. I'm going to launch loot and see if everything is fine. As you can see, everything works great. Launch loot, see if that the mods are working as should be. And now let's launch Skyrim and see if the game crashes or not. If the game doesn't crash, which should not crash unless I've done something weird, we're gonna go ahead and get all of the combat animations start working. Most of the things I've done here are kinda the basics, but there are so many animation mods to get on top of that, which we're gonna go get. Make a new game. Do not load an old game, because it's not going to work. Again, we need to install the movement add-on. We need to install so many add-ons actually. It's kinda scary. Give it some time. As you can see, the game is not crashing. We're not depausing or anything. I'm gonna go and check the default keys for dodging. I want to go outside of the world as well, just to make sure again that things are working better. We're gonna get some random swords and weapons, which you can always use for those animation mods. That's why I love Add and Start, because it helps a lot with those. And here we are. Let me open my MCM menu really quick and check. We have the one-click power attack, which again you can pretty much check the key you want to use. So, oh, the mouse too, that's actually pretty good. Let me check it. I'm gonna add just a random sword to our inventory. So it does work, but I will have to remove my auto-run key bind pretty much. Let me do that really quick. And now that should work with all of the power attacks. Let's try again. I'm pressing C. Oh, I have to attack and then press C. I see. So those are pretty much the default animations from the one we've installed. Dodge framework. And dodge key, let's press V. I always like to use V. Again, we don't have the 360 movement installed. It's very basic, but it works and it looks good. I also installed the 3 billboards, because I cannot actually make my dino load run, and it looks fine. It's gonna be better. So let's continue modding our game, shall we? So let's go for the Scar version first, because the Scar is the version we're using, and we're gonna need, oh boy, so many of those. We're gonna need Precision, which is an amazing mod to have. Oh my god, Precision, it's beautiful. It's the best mod ever created. Do we have the Display Tweaks installed? Have I installed that? I haven't installed that. Let's get that. Okay, let's install the Display Tweaks right here, install this. It's the requirements for the next mode. Install this as well. Now we go to precision, and precision, oh my god, we need to get so many mods working. I'm gonna save precision for later on. It has a new version too. Oh, that's great. Oh my god. It actually got a new, I'm getting more excited about mod updates in Skyrim than I'm getting about my birthday. How crazy is that? Ersin is a saint, this guy right here. Let's install at least the base animations for now, and let's try to work on everything else. We'll select none for that. We'll select none because we have our different dodge mode, which is much better than TK dodge. Way much better. So this is installed. I'm gonna leave precision all the way here, so we actually can go and look at, if you go through the precision right here, it's gonna tell you about all of the features it adds, and we need the special weapon arts. I'm not the biggest fan of the weapon arts, to be completely honest with you. You don't really need to run Nemesis, but I'm going to run it anyway because I'm paranoid and I don't trust anything. Let's go, click Nemesis, update the engine, and we should have with this pretty much animations for every weapon mode. We're gonna get this one, it's very important. Let's launch a Nemesis again. Okay, let's run loot again, and we're gonna run game and see if the animations are actually working. That's fine, it's just this message and the Skyrim Special Edition one, don't need to worry about it. Let's go to the routes, and I'm gonna go and enter into the testing hall, just to pretty much pick most of the weapons. Fuck, that was the Oblivion one. You know what? Let's actually go to Riverwood and just kill everybody. I actually forgot what the testing hall is for Skyrim. It's a fun day to Riverwood, let's just kill everyone. Unconscious, I guess. Again, it's gonna play better once we get more animations work, but the animations work, guys. They actually work. I'm gonna show you more. So I'm gonna get Steel Sword. And let's check the animations for the Steel Sword too, so I can show you a few to see that it works. Look at that. Did you see the combos? That's 5, that's 6, that's 7. There is so many combos as you can see, and there is the power attacks too, which you have to attack, then use the power attack keybind. Don't worry about the idle animation and everything, we're going to fix those. So you do this, and that's a power attack. And there is different power attacks given the position. Let's go and grab this optional mode, no enemy healthbar fade away delay, which it's gonna make it feel even much better. It's one of those small, oh wait, what was that? I think I saw a requirement, let's get this one. TrueHUD additions. True directional movement, 360 movement, and oh my god, there's so many of those. We will see about the other ones, movement behavior. So let's get the Skyrim Special Edition one, and let's get the movement behavior overhaul. This is an amazing mode. Let me check again. Okay, let's go and grab this. This is going to pretty much change how movement works in your game. It's actually insane. Let's go and grab the 360 movement behavior, and we're going to leave the for that. And the last one is going to be the true directional movement, which I'm going to see true directional because I have all of the patches later on. I want to see what I have installed. Core files, new improvement, scriptless. Sprint stop, only version used through directional movement. It's going to make you stop every time you sprint, which is super cool. Let's install those. And let's go to true directional movement. It's getting out of hand. If you are new, you're saying how many windows you have open. My answer to you is yes, all the windows. Oh, Valhalla is a beautiful mod. Let's actually grab Valhalla too. I'm gonna leave it open right there. Valhalla is insane to use. Okay, let's go and grab this. It's an optional file I need to get. Valhalla is a beautiful mod. We're using Wildcat, and we're only using Wildcat to add the different injuries, and it's going to completely change the combat. You can just go and read what it does, but it's pretty much, it's like precision. It changes everything. Compatibility, execution paths. My god, I hate when this happens. Again, when I get all of that working, oh my god, I can't wait to show you how cool it will look. So, beast skeletons. Darkened. I'm not going to use Darkened, it's a really nice one. Don't use immersive world encounters. It's a beautiful mod, it's amazing, but sadly it's going to cause problems. So let's go to Project Ja and install that. It's a beautiful mod that's going to add diversity to all of the caravans when it comes to gadgets. For those updating. As I'm installing this super big mod, I want to install the unofficial patches for Creation Club and also this one, which cleans up the textures of Creation Club. So let's go and grab this. Restore helmets, alternative versions. I don't care about this much. Let's grab the latest patch here. And let's also grab, it's gonna be a very big file, cleaned and upscaled. But there's 2 versions of that. Alright, let's go and grab all of those. It's like an Optimised Skyrim, but for Creation Club content if you have that. Let's go and grab those here, and after everything is going to be installed, I'm going to pretty much show you how the game is going to look like. Alright, it looks like we've hit a brick wall, because as I was installing Project Khajiit, I guess I have to install some of those patches, which are some very big mods that we kinda forgot. So the very first we're going to get is AI Overhaul, as you guys can see. AI Overhauls and Citizens or something like that. Just get this one, this is the better one. So update for bug fixes for this version. Expressive facial animation, let's get that. Just get all of 3 of those mods, pretty much. Alright, and here we are, install everything. That's a kind of a fine, the mod author has added. Install everything. This is supposed to be an animation mode. If I'm getting something here or there in addition, it's because it just happens. The next thing we're going to fix is pretty much most of the specific animations, and I'm going to be very clear about it. Our goal is to have as less scripts as possible. Let's go for the recommended one and make the game feel as fresh as possible. So don't worry if you have too many animation modes. If you know what you're putting into your game, you should be completely fine. Again, by following my instructions when it comes to it. As you can see, there is no dependencies because we just install everything needed. I am going to deploy the mods. Very good. Let's go and update Nemesis with all of the new stuff we've added, which is quite a lot. So we've got precision, we've got the true directional movement here, we've got the movement behavior overhaul, and I think that's 360 movement behavior too. Let's launch Nemesis. I'm actually very excited, I always love to see the before and after when it comes to those. Let's make a female character this time, just to see the jiggle physics and everything like that. Let's go like this. We fixed the stutter too. Look how, my god, this feels so much better actually with the special engine fixes. The display tweaks too. That's actually really nice. Let's go ahead and show how the game looks with the animations and things like that. Enable that. So, first of all, look at the first person animation. You can actually go backwards, which is really cool. The first person animation was breaking when it came down to 360 movement, which is really nice to have. You can even dodge. And let's go to the third person. Let's go and remove the helmet. The FPS feels so much better as well, which usually you expect the FPS to kind of fall down the more mods you get, but that's a misconception. So you can see the 360 movement. If you go and sprint, for instance, like this, and you stop, look at this. Do you see the character doing the little hop right there? So this is we have physics as well, as you can see. I don't know why I'm getting clips capture, but there you go. We have the dodge, which is a dynamic dodge mode. It plays slightly different every time. We have the different, as you can see here, and okay, it's mouse 5, that should work. And look at this, this is the target lock system. You can change the texture if you want, but this is really nice when it comes to playing with combat and things like that. Because of speed, in Valhalla, you see the enemy is kinda taking its time to attack us and it's reading our movement, which is really cool. So the combat, I'm going to fix that later on too. There is the first person too. We don't have any first person animation modes. There is currently one out, but that being said, the game works. Let's go and show you or mod the game furthermore. Okay, there we go. Vanargand Animations. We need the sneak, idle, walk and run. Sneak, idle, walk and run. Don't grab everything. Grab pretty much do exactly what I'm doing. We need the sneak thrust attacks. Okay, sneak thrust attacks. I'm gonna explain what each of those does individually. We need the sneak strike attacks. This dude makes the best animation modes ever. Let's get the sneak archery. We're gonna grab the archery here and the sneak archery. We also need 100 mile stance. Okay, 100 mile stance. It's one of the best, if not my most favorite out there. Dual wield sneak strikes. So dual wield sneak thrust. We need this, and dual wield sneak strikes. we need his crossbow mode. If you see crossbow mode, and we also need the sneak crossbows. Sneak crossbows and crossbows. And lastly, let's go for this one in addition when it comes to crossbow, which is, if I can find it, crossbow, cross-aligned, whatever it's called. You see this? This is how it's gonna look when you zoom with your crossbow. So let's go ahead and get all of those. Again, go and check what the requirements are, and always update your Nemesis and run loot to upgrade your load order. Continue on everything, it's going to show and pop all the time. Thrust attacks, always go for the main file. We're not using SKSE. SKSE is outdated, don't use that, it's going to cause you problems. Just grab again the main file, and it's going to get added in addition on top of everything else we've installed. So it's going to look really good. And there is also a new archery mode that's gonna come out. Grab all of those, you can read the description. Trust me, every other Modlist I've seen uses those, and I can see why. This changes the idle stance, which is super awesome to get, because the vanilla one looks really weird and out of place. We're going to change how the sneak attacks look like, because there is not such a mode that alters those, and if there is, it doesn't do it for the power attacks and things like that. Let's go and grab the crossbow too. Go for the A option here. Sorry if it's too much again. If I'm going too fast, you can go and slow the video. You can let me know anything I can do to improve those videos. I will try new things here and there, but that should be all of those modes. And let's go and grab the latest one. Let's go and grab this one, which is a new mod, the rapid bow animation. It requires a bunch of things, but let's see what it does. So it makes the animation to pretty much show like this. I'm not sure about the bow animations, but let's see what the rapid shot is. So you can shoot really fast. Oh wow, that's really cool. That is really cool actually. I like, let's get that. Let's actually, oh my god, that's actually really nice. So all of the different things we need. The updates, we don't have that. We don't have this one. I'm going to read all of those, by the way. Don't just go and install those. I'm going to pretty much check what this is. So the plugin updates, that's fine. Oh, it has requirements too. Combat music, oh, we need to fix that too. Let's grab all of those. Elden Counter and Elden Parry are amazing too. Oh my god, we're getting so much stuff actually. Shield of Stamina, Blocking Redux. Okay, there's a special edition version, so we're getting this one. We're getting this one. Oh my god, there's so many things we need to get, but don't worry. First, let's go and download the Combat Music Fix, which is a very nice mod. Not Anniversary Edition, go for Special Edition. You can see the different SKSE version, Elden Counter. This is a beautiful mod that you can press a key bind every time you block on a timer, and you can do this. I loved it personally. It's an amazing mod to have. Grab the Elden Counter, beautiful mod. There is the Elden Parry as well, which goes very well together. My god, we need to get Ordinator too, I guess. Oh boy, I'm gonna put Ordinator in the end here. Let's grab this one too. Let's grab Elden Parry, Ordinator. I'm gonna put this all the way back there so we can actually grab Ordinator. Vanilla sounds are great because the Elden Ring sounds they don't fit into the game, so get that. No Crime Teleport is a beautiful mode to grab. And since we're grabbing this, what was this other one? That was limiting the NPCs. I'm not sure what was it called. Yeah, the actor limit fix. I remember the limit one. So let's go and grab this one since we're doing this. Let me check. That's our version here. Let me read again. Yes, let's get this one right here. No Crime Teleport. That's actually, okay, that's a good mod. I remember what this one does. Special Edition. Get this one. Get the Stop on Slash. Again, it's self-explanatory what it does. Get a Special Edition one. Get the Dynamic Key Framework that allows modders to use to create key. I mean, it is required for the bow mod, so let's go and grab this one. We might not even have to use it too. Let's go for Hotkey. This mod is a framework for new combat systems, so we're going to use that as well. the hotkey that uses on speed as well. Let's go for inventory interface. Wait, is that a requirement? Just grab the first file here. So many mods to have. Interface information injector. Get this one too. And lastly, we're going to check Ordinator and also get Ordinator and then install the Elden Ring one. That is, before we get Ordinator, also grab, I'm gonna put it here, grab the Ordinator Optimised meshing fixes for the different perks, which should be, oh, that's a nice one too to grab. It fixes some of the bugs with all of the perks. Get the Optimised fixes. Okay, there we go. So first of all, Ordinator perks of Skyrim, self-explanatory what it does. We need to get, oh my god, we need to get Odin. Okay, for now, the problem with Skyrim is that if you put the difficulty on expert and you clear a dungeon, you're gonna get 10 levels. So I don't like that. I like to grab the, what is it called? I like to grab the 50% extra more perk points. And there is also another we're going to get that makes leveling slower for Ordinator. For now, go and grab all of this. Do we have Apocalypse? I don't think we have Apocalypse. Let's also get Apocalypse. So many mods to get. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Get Apocalypse and get the Apocalypse clean textures too. So we install Apocalypse. Checking again. Ordinator, Apocalypse patch. Grab this one. Grab the main mod. Like this. Now we go to Apocalypse. What is it called? Clean textures. It's really nice to have. Let's grab this one with the FPS. It's beautiful mode that not many people actually recommend this one. And now we have the optimized scripts for Ordinator. Install in addition to main file. Let's grab the main file and then let's grab the optional file for this. And all of that just to get a very small patch for for Elden Ring, which is kind of funny. Let's grab the Elden Ring Parry for Ordinator, which fixes a really weird bug, which I absolutely hate. You will only understand if you play. And there we go. We installed like 100 different mods, but that's gonna make everything so much more different. We have the bow, so we're gonna check how the bow looks or feels like after all of this. Let's install everything. So stop on slash, Elden Counter, no crime teleport. We have pretty much everything. Let's install all of that. Special edition, patches for MCO. Yeah, like this one, right? This one. It's like a very new one that it kinda blew off. So it changes how the first person animation plays. So let's go and grab that one as well. So what, crossbow animations. No, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go and grab both of those. It's kinda on beta from what I've heard, but it's actually really good with the first person animation, so we're gonna grab that. Enable all of those. And that's a lot of mods, by the way. You should never do this. You only can do this because I am doing it, and you know it's fine, because if something goes wrong with my PC, I will be the same for you. Oh fuck, I forgot to, god damn it, I forgot to enable them. Sorry for me cursing. Let's install them now. It's sometimes it happens. That's why you don't want to install that main stuff here. Let me check about UL build really quick. Simply UL said we need this. Let's go and grab this, since I just remembered that it exists. It's a really nice one. 1.539 left hand. Let's grab also the simple dual seed. I just forgot the name of it. That's why when I'm installing different mods, the names kinda come from it. So dual swords come from the back, because that's how it works. Horax. We've got enough mods to check if things are working, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's sort some of the plugins here. It's gonna be hard to keep up with what we've installed on Nemesis, which is why you shouldn't add that many mods. I'm just getting too excited because I want to be done with this episode with all of those different animations, and I might not be able to get everything, guys, because there's so many animation mods. We're just going to include here the combat animation, and oh my god, something last actually, I forgot. Yeah, this pretty much makes it where with Ordinator you are getting half of the leveling speed when it comes to that. So we're going to install this. It makes it where leveling is much more immersive. You're not going to get 10 levels after you finish a dungeon on expert difficulty plus, which is a problem with Skyrim. After you finish 10 dungeons, the problem is that you become level 20 and 30 and you are very overpowered. It requires us to use this one. Let's also get it to grab this one here, install it, and that will also work with the other bug fixes version, which is why it's nice to have loot because of those small things here and there. Let's go and run Nemesis, update the engine, and one last thing I want to get actually is one more mod, and we're gonna launch the game and we're going to actually call it, guys. I'm gonna get more animation mods later on. Retimed hit. This is a very important mod to have. Yeah, retimed hit frames. So let's go and grab this one as well. I'm going to close Nemesis, and this is going to be the very last mod we install for this episode. We've pretty much changed so much, and I'm gonna show you how the combat feels, how the different weapons look like, how archery is like before calling this episode. But here we pretty much have got all of the animations kinda fixed. Your game does not feel like you play Skyrim 2010 Skyrim whenever it came out. It's completely different. Let's grab this one right here, run load again to load the mod. Everything is great. Go to dashboard, run Nemesis, update the engine, and let's start clicking those boxes now, which is going to be quite few. Let's grab all of the Elden Ring ones. I think you're not supposed to get one of those, but I will check if something is wrong. Get the hotkey one, get the retimed hit frames. Let's see if there is something else. And that should be pretty much it. Let's launch. Let's see that everything is working. As you can see, close it. And we have 162 plugins. So let's see how Skyrim looks. 162 plugins later on. Okay, I was afraid for a moment there, I'm not gonna lie. I was very afraid. The skin, it looks horrible. We need to get the skin texture at some point, but there you go. Oh, it feels so smooth actually, man. The stutter is completely gone. If you go to the very first episodes we've made, there was such a horrible stutter, but it's gone because of some of the engine fixes and mods we've installed. I'm selecting the good option as always. I want to get a bow and pretty much check how it feels like to shoot with a bow and show you the animations, of course. And I actually just reminded to myself, it is called Kazmok. I just reminded. That's the keybind for the testing hall, which, oh my god, the lighting looks horrible. But let's go and grab a few weapons, just to show the animations before taking the bow out. Try the bow. It's different when you play a female character, it looks much more different, and this is how it looks. Oh my god, we need a third person camera for this. It's actually impossible to play without, but there you go. It feels very smooth, as you can see. Look at the first person, man. This looks so good. Oh my god, this is the first person mod we've got. This is... oh my god, this is amazing. How can we do the bow thingy the guy did on the video? I guess I will have to go and read the mod for the keybinds and stuff, but apparently there should be a way where you can shoot multiple arrows at once with the keybind, but for now it's fine. Let's go and use a sword. As you can see here, I don't know what's that blue lighting here. It plays for that. What about a longsword? Let's check the first person animation. So this is the mid swing. I would love to see the hands, but again it's better than before. Let me check the power attacks, how it feels like. Let's go with an axe. The axe looks very weird as well. I don't like it as much, but again, it's a beta mode. It can be fine. Let's go and see again the daggers. You can see here. Oh, the dagger looks nice, actually. Let's go and see again. If you go to stealth, you see the animation thrust. This is new. The one we've added, which is really cool. There is also a dual wield option, if I can go and show you. Like this. Oh, there's the dual wield, which is nice. But yeah, there you go. You can also have animations while you jump. Those are pretty much the animations, guys. We've got pretty much most of the animation work that look amazing, as you can see. This is the stealth one. And we pretty much managed to fix most of the... let's go to Riverwood to close this video. We managed to fix most of the animations, give more life to them. There is that, again, only one issue with the blue lighting, which I'm very sure how you can fix it. And look at the game, it just keeps looking better and better, much more stable, and it's gonna get better. I feel that our FPS has also been improved. The more mods we're adding, the better the FPS looks like. And that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. It was me, Kavo, and I will see you in the next video. Subscribe, like the video, comment, and take care, and peace.